Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Becoming Confident with me, your host, Cleopatra Williams. This is a place where I initiate those raw conversations on what I believe contributes to you and is impacted by your self-esteem and your confidence. So if you are on this journey or you are ready to start your journey to becoming confident, then this podcast is for you. If you're watching on YouTube and you are new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button if this is the type of content that you like to listen to, and also hit the bell notification so that you never miss out on a video. So let's get started. In today's episode, we are going to talk about highly effective habits of nurturing your confidence. There are habits that we do every single day that dictates how we are and what we do in this world. And while on my Becoming Confident journey, I discovered several highly effective habits that will continue to help and nurture you while you become the woman of your dreams. Okay, so in this episode, I am going to share them with you. And also remember this, habits are something that get instilled over time, especially as an adult. You know, we're learning how to break old ways. We're learning how to break those non-confident building habits. So I want to say, give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to grow and to make mistakes, as long as you are being intentional every single day with these habits that you can incorporate. And also, just to let you know that the order that I give is just in random order. There is no level of importance, okay? So the first highly effective habit is to pour love on yourself. You often hear that gratitude is like the highest frequency that you can be on, but really love is. And that is something that my confidence coach had taught me. So begin pouring love on yourself. And that can look like you utilizing the 5 love languages. Normally, we look at it as when we're in relationships with other people. However, your best and most important relationship is with yourself. So you can also utilize those 5 love languages with yourself. Let me show you how. Number 1, that is affirmations. Use affirmations to pour love on yourself daily. Listen, I love me some affirmations. I do them every single day, even in the moments where I'm not feeling it. Maybe I don't feel as the affirmation I'm telling myself, I don't feel as that person. And there was once upon a time when I actually didn't like them that much because I didn't feel like they were working. And I kind of figured out a way to make them work for me. However, I love to use these affirmations, especially in the morning when I'm waking up, because that pumps me up. That makes me ready for the day. That makes me feel like I'm about to go conquer the day. I use so much empowering affirmations that I feel like aligns with my confidence. So use affirmations that aligns with the person that you want to be. Say things like, I love myself so much because I'm amazing, because there's just something so special about me. I love my body for all that you do for me. So those are kind of love words we will probably speak to someone else. Speak those love words to yourself. Love on yourself. Pour that love on yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And what I want you to do, if you have the time to as well, this is an amazing tip that I was taught as well, is repeat those affirmations 7 times. And when you are repeating them, you kind of starts to feel it a little bit more. Maybe not the first round, maybe not the second round, maybe not the third round, but the more you keep saying it, the more you're going to start to see this shift in your body. And when you do it, I want you to start visualizing yourself embracing those words that you are saying about yourself. Not looking at the person you see right now, look at the person you want to be, visualizing her embracing those words and how she is in those words. Just imagine it, okay? And where you actually feel it to be true. And no, stating affirmation is not a quick fix to your self-esteem. Depending on how you use it is how you identify yourself in a way that you love. And affirmations are used to make you feel good about who you are. It normally reprograms your subconscious mind. And so you can start creating new ways of thinking. And if you want to take it a step up, while you're looking in the mirror, getting dressed in the morning, say these affirmations with no makeup. It doesn't matter how uncomfortable you are looking at your body, looking at your face, say those things. Pour love on the things that you love about yourself and pour even more love on the things that you don't love about yourself. The second way to utilize the 5 love languages is spending quality time with yourself. Allow your time to connect and bond. Give yourself the quality time to journal, to read a book, to take a walk, to take a nice bath, to work out so you can improve your physical health and your self-image. Take the quality time that you need to go shopping by yourself. Spend quality time resting. Go get your hair done. Giving yourself quality time is doing the things that is going to add to the quality of your life and your well-being. But mostly, like, what I love about these is that these are the times where I'm able to sit still and be quiet and meditate and keep it real with myself and revisit and review my vision for my future so I can stay confident in my future and know that I'm consistently doing the things that's going to align with my confident self. So the third way to utilize those 5 love languages is, of course, physical touch, guys, and not a sexual thing. What I'm talking about is give yourself a hug yourself and say, I love you. Thank you, hands, that I can do so many fun things. I can be creative and create things. Thank you, arms, that I can hug my loved ones. Thank you, legs, that I can work out. I can dance. Hug yourself. Look yourself in the mirror. I do this all the time when I'm in the shower and when I'm feeling like, I think I need a hug. Like, I need a hug, and it's just me and my daughter. So I just hug myself. Even if you have people to that live with you hug you, no, hug yourself. Like, pour love on yourself. Just hug yourself and feel yourself. Feel the skin that you're in. We're so disconnected from our bodies. Feel your skin and just wow, skin, you're so soft. You're so beautiful, right? Feel your skin. Hug yourself. That is a great way to pour love on yourself, and just knowing that your presence, you are alive and you are well. Okay. So physical touch is a great way to pour love on yourself. All right. So the fourth way to utilize those 5 love languages, of course, is acts of service, right? Think of things that you can do for yourself that is going to bring you some peace, that's going to bring you rest, that is going to put a smile on your face, right? And either that's you delegating a task, paying for a nanny, paying for a house cleaner, paying for someone to do your laundry. Those are the acts of service that you're getting yourself so that you can reset and that you can recuperate and that you can be the best version of yourself. In order for you to really build up on your confidence is for you to allow yourself to have ease in your life. And giving yourself acts of service is you telling yourself that you deserve a life of ease, not stress, not overwhelmed. Because when you're stressed and you're overwhelmed, you're tired, that's just going to drain you. And you're not going to show up as your best self. You're not going to show up as your most confident self. Your self-image might get affected, right? You won't have the time to do those quality things. You won't have the time to work out. You won't have the time to do a lot of things. Okay. So this is absolutely a great form of pouring love on yourself. And lastly, the last way is receiving those amazing gifts, right? And not as a way for you to just feel validated. And hey, if you want to validate yourself because of all the hard work that you put in on yourself, then do that because you deserve it. And also just a way of saying that you like nice things. You love nice things and you deserve nice things. And you honoring that is a great way to pour love on yourself. And even with utilizing these 5 love languages, I want to say this: pouring love on yourself looks different for everybody. Just like if you're in a relationship, your relationship with yourself is going to look different from you. For me, I love quality time. I love those affirmations and I love giving myself life of ease. So I love acts of service. If I can pay for someone to do my laundry, to clean my house, listen, I'm going to do it because I just love that, right? And it helps me rest and it helps me feel more like a confident person that I can go out and conquer the world because I'm fully rested and I poured it in myself and I am spending time with myself. I'm getting to know myself and I'm affirming myself daily. Those are my ways of pouring love on myself, and your ways of pouring love on yourself may look different, and that is perfectly okay. I know that was a long habit, but that is the first highly effective habit of becoming your most confident self. The second most highly effective habit is staying a student of yourself. Listen, we don't take enough time to evaluate who we are. We don't evaluate our feelings and our thoughts on a daily basis or weekly basis. Create the habit of checking in on yourself to make sure that you are staying in alignment with who you are becoming. Reflect on things that you did last week, what you did last month that feels good or don't feel good. Evaluate how your body feels. Does it feel really good or does it feel anxious? Does it feel tired? And take the time to understand why. This is how you continue to figure out who you are, figure out what you like and what you don't like. Stay in a constant student of yourself so that you can continue becoming your dream person. You can continue being self-aware, because self-awareness, of course, is the key to you changing. And when you stay a student of yourself, that self-awareness will just keep growing and growing and growing. And then eventually you'll realize that, whoa, I'm really in tune with myself. Whoa, I'm really connected with myself. And the more you are connected with yourself, the more confident you are going to feel about who you are, what you're capable of. The more your self-esteem is going to rise, because you know what makes you feel good, what doesn't make you feel good, and you know what actions you need to take to keep it that way. And this is what helps you break old habits and create new habits. All right. So the third highly effective habit is focusing on the outcome that you want. Man, when I tell you, this is a game changer. This will allow you to keep moving in the direction that you want to move in and decrease the likelihood that you will self-sabotage yourself. Because when you focus on the desired outcome and you're focused more on that, you are less focused on the outcome that you don't want, which will cause you more than likely to give up on yourself quickly, to be down on yourself, to be hard on yourself, and think about all the past mistakes that you've made. So creating a habit of really focusing on the desired outcome that you want, whether it's a job that you want, whether it's a body that you want to achieve, whether it's the dream business that you want to build, right? The new house that you want, the better you. Focus on the outcome that you desire to have mostly 99% of your day. Do your best to stay intentional about focusing on the desired outcome. This is a very powerful habit to incorporate in your life, especially for me as an entrepreneur. If you are an entrepreneur and you watching this, then you know all the mind tricks that try to play on us when we are trying to achieve something great. For me, I have to show up online consistently. Maybe you need to show up online consistently. And if I don't habitually tell myself that someone needs me to show up, that someone needs to hear my message, I can very much easily start to think that I'm getting on people's nerves. What if, because I'm posting about the same content, what if people don't care what I have to say, which is an outcome that I don't want. And so if I think about it long enough, and I have done this before, then I will absolutely procrastinate on the post, sabotaging myself because I'm focused on an undesirable outcome. So it's best to create a habit to focus on the outcome that you desire so that you can continue showing up as the best person that you can be. And also, because if you don't show up, it's going to do nothing but actually hurt your self-esteem, because you're not sticking to your word. If you're not doing the things you're supposed to do because you're so focused on the outcome that you don't want. So create the habit of focus on the outcome that you do want. Fifth highly effective habit is a daily practice of self-acceptance and compassion. Throughout the day, there are going to be things that you did, there are going to be things that you said that you did not like. And so developing that habit of practicing self-acceptance and compassion is going to be crucial to your becoming confident journey, because this allows you the opportunity to not beat up on yourself when things don't go well, when you make simple mistakes. If you did something this morning that you didn't like, that went wrong, acknowledge it. Tell yourself this happened. I can't change it. I can't go back in the past. It is what it is. I can accept what happened. I accept that I wasn't the best me. This journey is a journey. It is not a race. I am still a work in progress. I am overcoming old habits so I can forgive myself. And now it's time to let go and move on. It increases your self-esteem even more as you allow yourself to be released of the bondage that you are holding on to. This also allows you to not allow other people to have control over your mistakes. Self-acceptance gives you your power back. For example, I had an ex that would constantly remind me of the things that I did prior to meeting him. I told him some things when we were getting to know each other because I wanted to be vulnerable and I trusted him and I trusted that he wouldn't, dish all of those things back to me, but he did. And for years, he was constantly reminding me of those things, making me feel ashamed of myself. And so he had a certain power over me when it came to that, right? But eventually I had to sit and say, you know what? Like, I'm not that girl anymore. First of all, it is what it is I can't go back in the past. And I'm not about to let him keep telling me things that I know that I did was wrong and making me feel bad about it. So I had to forgive myself. I had to have compassion with myself. And then after that, every time that he brought it up again, I would just look at him and say, you know what? Like, come up with something else because I forgave myself. So it is what it is because I forgave myself and I moved on. And so if you want to stay with that, that's on you. That's not on me. And guess what? He eventually stopped bringing it up because it no longer had power over me. I gave my power back when I allowed myself to practice self-acceptance and forgiveness. So that is an amazing habit to create for yourself, is have that self-acceptance so you can get your power back, so you can release yourself from the bondage that you're holding on to, that's bringing your energy down, that's making you feel bad, making you feel shame. Accept it. It is what it is. Forgive yourself. And no one else can have that power over you. The sixth highly effective habit is developing the habit to learn more. The more you make a habit of learning, the more you'll be confident in offering something in the area that you want to offer something in. There's so much in this world that you can learn to use to your advantage to make you feel more capable, but you have to tap in and develop a habit of always being a student, developing a student mentality. If your knowledge isn't growing, then you are not growing. Make reading books a habit. Make asking questions a habit. Make taking courses a habit. Make investing in yourself a habit. Confident women values knowledge. They value growth. They value not just being information takers, but also action takers, and put whatever they're learning into practice so that they can gain wisdom. Because gaining knowledge alone is not going to make you super confident in what you know unless you put it into practice and you develop a self-assurity that you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, and you know without a doubt. Because you really don't know until you know. Okay, so the seventh highly effective habit is making your self-image a priority. I do not care what no one says. There is nothing wrong with wanting to look good. Looking good helps you feel good and increases the likelihood of you showing up as a better version of yourself. Confident women, they know that taking care of their self-image is so valuable as long as they are doing other confident building habits. So make it a habit to prioritize your self-image and fully represent yourself in the best possible way. If you work from home, I know it's so easy to not get dressed, but get dressed, girl. Because if you step outside, if you are on camera, or if you have to make calls, trust me, when you look better, you're going to feel better. That energy is going to be up. You're going to show up even more differently. It doesn't even matter. Your self-image matters. it gives you a boost of confidence. It just makes you feel better about yourself. The eighth highly effective habit in becoming your most confident self is managing your finances, girl. Listen, I've been broke, not broke, broke again, not broke, broke again. And if anything that makes you feel like is when you have little to no money, this affects decisions that you make. It makes you feel small. It makes you not trust yourself. It makes you feel ashamed, makes you feel insecure of what you can bring. It affects your self-image if you can't buy certain things, if you can't do certain things to take care of yourself. You can't afford to pay for self-care. You can afford to give yourself certain things that you know would bring you joy. Like not managing your money properly would affect you from doing the things that you would love to do. It will really put a damper on your confidence and your self-esteem. So make it a habit of managing your money. Highly effective habit number 7 is controlling what enters your body through all the insert parts, right? Through your eyes, through your ears, through your mouth, through your right? An easy way to deter you from becoming your best self is not controlling what enters you. What you allow your eyes to see will dictate how you see the world. That goes very clearly with the news. That goes with social media, right? If you're watching what other people are doing, maybe you'll fall into a comparison trap. Maybe you'll be nervous to show up online. Maybe you'll be nervous to walk outside your house, right? You won't be as confident, okay? So protect what you see with your eyes, because that's really going to affect what goes on in your mind. Creating the habit of protecting what goes in your ear. Be conscious of your surroundings. Be conscious of who you share things with. Be conscious of the people you're letting in your ear. Naysayers, the people who are bringing you down, right? Be conscious of that. Create a habit of avoiding that at all costs. Confident women control the food that they put in their body. Food is used as a way of fuel. Instead, we allow food to control us versus the other way around. Confident habit is knowing that your body is your temple. It needs to be well taken care of. It needs to be able to feel good and to move properly. Confident women need their health intact so they can show up as their best self. We can show up as our best self if we're constantly putting food in our body that makes us sick, that makes us tired, that makes us, just want to do nothing. We can't show up as our best selves if we're constantly listening to negative messages about us, maybe about our race, maybe about our culture, maybe just about society in general, about women. So many messages about women, right? So if you're constantly listening to these messages and you're internalizing that, it's not going to boost your confidence. It's actually going to drain it and bring it down. So create the habit of blocking all of those things out. Blocking what you watch. Don't watch negative things. Yes, it can be enticing. Maybe it's funny. I remember, I don't know about you guys, but I used to watch the Bad Girls Club. I used to love the Bad Girls Club. And at one point I was like, I want to be a bad girl. I want to be on that show, like for real, because I thought I was about that life, kind of in a sweet little way. But I thought I just wanted to be up there and be really cute and, just be a little crazy. I thought it was cute to be wild and loud. And, even though that really wasn't me, like I was more of a reserved and shy person, I just kind of wanted to be that person. But it was so negative, right? It doesn't portray females in a good light. So I can't even imagine myself watching something like that right now. It would literally give me a headache, right? It would make me nauseous. Like, nah, like I can't believe people actually do this. So for you to show up as your best self, like just be careful of the things that you let enter your body through your eyes, through your mouth, not letting anybody who don't need to touch you. And the 10th highly effective habit is doing the things that you say you were going to do. There is absolutely nothing worse than saying you're going to do something and you don't do it at all, right? You say you was going to wake up early in the morning. You say you was going to work out. You said that you was going to start eating better tomorrow. You said that you was going to start praying. You said that you were, and you didn't do it, right? And so you are down on yourself. You feel bad about yourself. Now you don't trust yourself to keep going. Now you feel like, oh, I'm just not that person, right? Affecting your identity, this identity of, I'm not a person that gets things done. I'm a quitter. I don't believe in myself. That's what happens when you do not stick to what you say you were going to do for yourself, especially if it's for yourself in the most positive way. It just hurts your self-esteem. It hurts your confidence. It makes you lose respect for yourself and trust for yourself. So develop the habit of sticking to what you say you were going to do, because it's going to do nothing but boost your confidence. However, if you do mess up, make sure, remember, creating that habit of self-acceptance and compassion so that you can say it is what it is. No, I did not get up this morning at the time I said I was going to get up. But you know what? I forgive myself. I'm not used to it. This is just something that is a little tough for me. Be honest with yourself and try again the next day. But the more you don't stick to what you say you're going to do, you're going to hurt yourself. So get better at sticking to what you say you were going to do. Okay. And finally, we are at the last highly effective habit, and that is reviewing your most confident self list. This is so important. It is a daily reminder of the person that you want to be. Who does she want to be? How is she? Again, how does she act? What does she do? What does she look like? What does she smell like? What does she dress like? Is she a person that get dressed up every day? Is she a person that is very decisive? Is she a person that is patient? Is she a person that is whatever is for you, right? If you review it every day, you won't forget about the person you want to be. It's a reminder for you to show up. And no, you would not do every single thing on that list at the same time. You can check off, even though you read that list, there be things that you probably do more consistently than others, but it's just reviewing the list, right? And checking it off like, ooh, I'm doing this. I'm more decisive, fabulous. Like, what else can I work on? So reviewing that list, making it a habit will keep you in alignment with becoming your best self and making sure you are acting as if. Because remember, you cannot become it until you become it. Before you can have what your most confident self will have, you need to do what your most confident self will do. And before you get to do what your most confident self will do, you need to become as your most confident self will be. So make it a habit of reviewing your list daily. So even though these are habits that I found to be highly effective in nurturing my confidence and my self-esteem, take the ones that speaks to you the loudest. For example, I remember listening to an episode last year when I was starting my confidence journey on a similar episode to this, and I only took one thing from there that really stuck with me, and that was to learn a high value skill set. And with that actually gave me the idea to start this podcast, because I was like, wow, I do want to speak about my journey, and I also want to help other people too, but I also would love to learn a skill set of content creation and speaking publicly and showing up more. And so here I am now, right? Because I did that, I was able to increase my confidence and my own content creation and showing up and using my voice to be seen and be heard. And I do it very confidently because I started and I took one thing that stuck out to me the most. So if all of these don't stick out to you, that is a-okay. Take the ones that works for you, the one that touches you, because those are the ones that's going to be the most impactful. So all in all, I hope the habits that I gave you really helps you on your journey to becoming confident, becoming the best version of you, and increasing and building that healthy self-esteem. And so again, if you are watching this on YouTube and you really enjoy these tips, make sure you click the like button. Also leave a comment if you would love to let me know what you think, and hit the subscribe button so you can never miss out on an episode. And if you are listening on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your latest podcast, make sure you subscribe as well. And please leave a rating and review so that other girlies who are on their confidence journey can find the show. And until next time, guys, bye.